All right, my name is Chris Campbell. I'm a practicing CPA, and I work with small businesses and individuals to help them pay the least amount of taxes possible while keeping out of jail. So today I wanted to outline a play that I'm running for a current client of mine, and as I thought about it, this would be useful to a lot of people too. This deals along the lines of real estate. So if you're an experienced investor, you know that if you have a job and you're making more than 150 grand a year, you cannot take any deductions from any losses that you may have in real estate. Or at least you just have to wait until either your income falls below 150 or once you actually sell the property. That kind of puts a lot of investors in a tough space, especially if they do have other active income and they have a hard time offsetting that income with real estate. So here's a play that you can do to somewhat work around that. If you're getting a property, and to do this play, it really works if you do it the first year you get the property. So if you're getting a property, and if the idea is to rent the property out long term, consider renting the property out on a short-term basis. And even if the intent is to rent it out on a long-term basis, the first year that you obtain the property, rent it out on a short-term basis, especially if you're getting a rental and you're fixing it up. So this works well, especially if you're going to fix it up. So if you fix it up and you get it ready for a long-term rental, you may do some revamps or renovations. In year one, the year you acquire the property, you fix it up. And for the remainder of that year, just year one, make it a short-term rental. You can convert it to a long-term rental after that first calendar year is up. But in the year that you buy it and you do the renovations, make sure you do it all in one calendar year. Make sure you buy it, you put your renovations in, and you get it rented out by that year. And don't let it span over 2 years. Let's say you buy the property in year one and you're doing the renovations between the end of December and then the beginning of the next year. You don't want to do that. Put it all in 1 year, because with a short-term rental, it's considered active income. So when I say short-term, less than 30-day rental periods, Airbnb, your Verbos, those type of platforms, because the tax code views those as active businesses, it doesn't fall under the restriction of the whole $150,000 rule that I told you about, because it's active. And it may be an activity where it might not necessarily be profitable on the short-term side, but that's okay, because you're going to have a great tax benefit. To complete the play, in that first year, you're going to want to do what's called a cost segregation analysis. So it's a few $1,000s, and there's companies out there that do it, but essentially it allows you to accelerate your depreciation. So what happens is someone comes in, I think there are companies out there that can actually do so. It might not be a few $1,000s, but in your head, be prepared to pay a few grand to get it done. And you want them to walk through the renovations that you've done to get the place ready. And the whole idea is that by doing this segregation, without getting too far in the weeds with it, it allows you to appreciate the property faster. It allows you to take larger deductions on those renovations in the year that you got the renovations done. And because you're doing a short-term rental for that first year, you would be able to take those deductions and then offset that versus your active income, when if it was a long-term rental, you wouldn't be able to do that. So the play is to do the short-term rental, do it for that initial year, even if the plan is to eventually do long-term. Just do short-term for the first year. Take those huge deductions for year one, and then from year two going full, go back and do the long-term rental as planned. A nice play to run if you're a high income. So yeah, so that's all for now. If you have any questions about this subject or any other tax, accounting, business-related questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. All right, that's all for now. See you on the next one.